What up, everybody? It's your boy AG the Dad. Um, you know me, I like to just jump right in, especially when we dealing with fitness and fitness tips, because the only person I know that knows what he's talking about when it comes to this um, fitness stuff is my boy Vince the Beast from Fitness Major. But you know what? Today I want to challenge him a little bit because us little guys and some of you big guys always want to get bigger. So let's talk supplements and nutrition and stuff like that. And let's see if we can make it happen. But man, you know what? I probably shouldn't even said that. Let me just bring him on and let him tell you what we're doing. Okay. So without further ado, uh, what's up, Vince the Beast?
Hey, what up with you, AG? How you doing, brother? Hope you had a great Christmas.
Oh man, it's always blessed. It's always blessed.
All right, good stuff.
Hey
Yeah,
man.
same here.
So for this fitness tip of the week, I know that when we were talking before, you wanted to talk a little bit about nutrition and supplements and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
man, I'm gonna give you the floor, man. Tell me what's up.
Yeah, so I wanted to get this in before the beginning of the year because we already talked about New Year's resolutions. We talked about working out, talked about all the importance of that and replenishing your body. And another thing, obviously, advertisements this time of year and throughout the year in general, everyone talks about the magic pill, the supplements that transform your body instantly. So the
Hmm.
problem with that is, supplements. Um, just think of the word. That's what it's called, supplements. So it supplements the body. It supplements a new healthy nutritional plan.
Right.
So if you think about the foundation, right? The foundation of your house. Say you have a brick house, right?
Hmm.
And then you have the foundation, the bricks. That's the food. That's your macros, your macronutrients, carbs, fats, and proteins. And then you think about what holds the bricks in place. You got the stucco or what, I forgot what it's called exactly, but you got that. Um, that's the supplements. So just like you can't out train a bad diet, you can't just magically form yourself into shape, gain muscle, lose fat, lose weight by just supplements alone. Although there are companies out there that they preach about, oh, it's take these supplements and this is going to be your transformation.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
I know that there's a lot of people that struggle with the different supplements. Um, I mean, is there one brand or one supplement you should take, or is it better to take a regimen of a certain kinds? Like, I know that there's creatine, and then do you take that along with a pre-workout? Do you take that along with nitrix? Is it nitrix?
Nitric oxide.
Yeah, nitrix
Hmm.
oxide pills and stuff like that. And also remember, disclaimer. I mean, I'm not a professional. Uh, he is. Well, actually, he is, and so take his advice, not mine.
Right. So again, let me let you know also again. Yes, I have studied nutrition and I've studied sports nutrition, and supplementation is part of that. I am not a doctor in this realm, or I'm not a registered dietitian, but I just want to hit you guys with supplements and the importance of them. First of all, we kind of talked about it just now. They are building blocks. They are not the foundation. It is exactly what it's called, supplement. To supplement a good, healthy nutritional plan after you completed good, hard workouts and came with a good training plan.
Right.
But I want to talk about the ones that I like to use specifically, and those I recommend to my clients. Now, I have been sponsored by companies. I've been sponsored by nutritional shops. I've been sponsored by other supplement companies and other different things that help promote a healthy body, recovery wise, growth building wise, things of that. So I like to keep it simple. And again, I'm being a nat been I've been a natural bodybuilder. I've competed naturally, which means drug free. I haven't used um, any drugs or extra things that I have extra hormones or that might are deemed as to enhance your body from a natural standpoint. So all the stuff that I use are things that one either the body naturally produces or that are natural organic that help promote the natural things in your body already.
Right. I think a lot of people fail to understand that there's it the supplements. I think what Vince the Beast is also trying to say is that supplements are something that you take if you don't have time to take proper nutrition on top of those things. Those are just to make sure that you give back to your muscles after a workout or during a workout or before a workout, so that your muscles and your body is properly prepared for the 24 hours it's about to embark on. So just understand that supplements aren't necessarily meant to supplement food. It's meant to just give you a little bit of time so that you can get some food, because a lot of the vitamins and nutrients that you can get a lot of them out of the foods that you eat. If the best thing that I tell everybody, at least from my standpoint, is go to YouTube University if you want to know what vegetables give you the best magnesium, what vegetables or foods give you the best iron, which ones give you the best omega 3s. YouTube University is a savior, but if you don't have time for that or the patience, I tell people always, if you call this number that's on the screen right now, that's going to link you to this dude right here, right? And if this dude picks up the phone, he's going to help you get your nutrition right. I mean, I'm not sponsored by him. He don't pay me. Matter of fact, he don't give me nothing. You should be paying me for all this hype stuff that I do for you. But we'll talk about that off camera, man. But anyway, because every day is Shit Talking Sundays. In case everybody forgot where you're at, this is Shit Talking Sundays, where every day is Shit Talking Sundays. And I do need y'all to like, subscribe, share, tell everybody about it. You know what? If you find AG the dad's beard nice and sexy, tell them. Tell them if that helps them to come here to watch a fitness tip, man. I will stop shaving it and then grow long again. If you find that this guy is handsome, please, share and tell somebody about it. We want everybody to get in shape. And remember, change begins with you. But you know what? Enough of what I was talking about. Let's get back to what you was talking about, man. Everybody, tap in, tap in.
Yeah, we're not finna talk about my beard. I'm really looking like the beast right now, but being in the house, not getting out much, I'm not really worried about it. But you hit a key point, and I'm glad you said that because that's something we can really just hit on right now. Like you said, their supplements are not the meal, and I know that there are things and places, and you'll hear stuff about this will be your meal. Now, don't be wrong. There are some like meal replacement supplements, but most of those have carbs, they have proteins, and not really much in the fats category, but they may have other like omegas or nutrients, like you talked about some vitamins and minerals. But generally, typically, you want to not have that as your meal. Now, yes, if you are say, okay, so for example, there's a lot of people that I've come across that are not breakfast eaters. Like they don't have time or they just when they get up they're not hungry, they can't physically eat, like it's a real challenge for them, and from either from not doing it for over the years or from just that's just not their natural thing. They don't eat breakfast or don't eat early in the morning. So for that reason, yes, you can wake up and you can have a protein shake, or you can even make like a breakfast shake. And there's thousands of nutritional and smoothie recipes for breakfast shakes with like oatmeal, with bananas and different fruits, with orange juice. There's different remedies for that.
Hey, um, since you brought up the smoothies and stuff, I mean, I already know this answer, but for those out there who don't, um, what if you can't drink milk? And I know on the container it says you could add water, but I've never been one to try to put that water with that powder. I mean, it might be good because I know that if you add water to cocoa, it's it's a it's cocoa, but um, I'm lactose intolerant, so
Okay.
I know the secret, but I want you to give them, a more accurate, you know.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with water. I mean, it depends on the goal. If you're really trying to lean out, obviously you don't want to add more calories, so you might want to just add water. And then, like I said, if you're lactose intolerant or you have, if you're, we're so advanced in the world of nutrition right now, where you can have almond milk, rice milk, soy milk. I drink almond milk with mine personally. Sometimes I do rice milk. I haven't done rice milk as much. Rice milk is a little lighter, whereas almond milk is a little heavier. So there's different ways you can do that, and you can also get like the unsweetened almond milk. Also have the rice milk and soy milk that's unsweetened as well.
Which
So
one?
there's different ways you can put it together.
Okay.
Um, it all depends on you. You know, if you want to put Greek yogurt in, like I said, for like a breakfast reason, or even just midday, put some Greek yogurt in there. Again, that's going to add, make you feel a little more fuller, help you be less saturated, so you're not, really hungry. As a way to break up in between one meal and the next to have a smoothie or a shake in there.
Right,
So
right.
there's so many different ways. There's thousands of different smoothies, but I do want to emphasize that nutrition and supplements are vital to your success. Like I say you definitely need to put supplements into your nutritional wall because you have to bridge the gap on some of the minerals and the vitamins that your body don't get enough of, even in some foods. Like vitamin E, for instance. Vitamin E is there's not the foods that you get. You don't that have vitamin E in there don't have a whole lot. So you might need to get a vitamin E supplement, which is fine. And one of the great benefits of vitamin E is it helps with your immune system because when you work out, that's one of the things you break down. You break down your body, and where's your immune system? It's part of your body. It's part of your nervous system. So you obviously want to keep your immune system high, especially in cold and flu season like we're in now.
Right, right,
You
right.
want that so your body can help regenerate and recover.
Hmm.
Obviously, iron is another one, especially particularly for women, especially because a lot of them have low iron counts more than men typically. So yeah, and then no one's walking around eating red meat and steak in abundance like that because you want, especially if you're trying to lose weight. So there's different supplements I recommend. Vitamin C is another one. Glutamine, which is part of the branched chain amino acids, but it's the only one. That's the one that usually typically don't get when like amino acid supplements. But that's the only one that really helps with one helping your immune system, just like I said about vitamin C and E. But it also helps the muscles to recover, which obviously is important if you're trying to, hit the gym multiple times in the week.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to ask, is there a particular supplement that you recommend that you take either before or after to help minimize that sore? Because I know that a lot of people, I want to say a lot of people quit because of the pain and they don't give it a chance to, go through that process. Because I don't care what you do, what you say, you are going to have days where you will have pain.
Hmm.
There's no way of getting around it. And if you're not having those days here and there, either you're not working hard enough or you're not challenging yourself enough is my opinion, but I'm not the professional. He is.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to. I mean, again, yeah, we don't want you to be that. Like I said about, we say like we're sitting down now. Like, so when you get up out your chair, you don't want to be ouch. You don't want to be like grimacing and feeling like you're in pain. Don't be wrong. If you're restarting or just starting your health journey, your fitness journey with exercise, you're gonna in the beginning you might have some of those. So if you do that, it's good to back down some. from your workouts and let your body recover. But supplements are a good way also to help with that. Like I just talked about the glutamine, the vitamin E, the vitamin C. What I'm drinking right now, this is something I just made at home. I make these, something. All I have in there, I have water, I have a little bit of lemon, I have ginger, turmeric, some vitamin D3. The little, I like to use the liquid because, and I explain the difference between those two in just a second. And then I have a little bit of black seed oil,
Hmm. You know,
which is good for the cold this time of year again,
mhm.
which is also good for recovery. And then the acid from the uh, the the lemon juice, and also from the ACV. For those who don't know what the ACV is, the oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on what's called now. Um, the apple cider vinegar,
Mm,
which is really good for post workout. You don't want acid pre workout,
mhm.
and I'll explain that. I could explain that too a little bit. But you want to, but after workout is just fine because acid, anything acidity, heat, and cold, anything that makes your body have to adjust or metabolize differently, it's going to help burn fat. So that's why a lot of things have acidic properties in it when it comes to these supplements, because of that. Or
Mm.
as they talk about drinking coffee in the morning before your workout, or tea, typically without the sugars and stuff, of course, because again, and you're drinking ice cold water before bed, or because all those shock the body, because your body has a regular rated body temperature, and that's one
Mhm.
of the benefits also about ice tubs and ice baths and
Mm.
cold showers,
So you
because your
do you
body
like
has
that?
to work
Yeah.
to to bring your temperature back to its normal core. By doing that is burning calories.
So do you recommend that cryo chamber?
I recommend it if you can handle it.
Have you done it?
No. The furthest I've gone is I take cold showers. Not this time of year. It's hard to do that. Or I take cold baths.
Mhm.
I haven't got any further than that. I'm open to doing the cryo. I just haven't really put forth the going to do that yet.
We might have to put something like that together. Maybe podcast about it. Um, maybe while we're in it, because I think that our phones probably won't be as um, bad in there as they would be in the sauna.
Yeah, not only that, you're typically only in there for about 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh well, then maybe
You
we'll
can't
just.
last. You can't go too long in there. So it depends on the temperature level. But you do definitely. You're not going to be there. It's not like it's a 10-15 minute job. You're in there for a few minutes, and that's about as much as you do. So
Okay. Well, tell us about this acidic.
all right. So I'm going to break down a little bit how my day is. This is a day with the beast, like my setup. So in the morning, typically I have some type of tea. If I'm on a detox plan, I have some detox tea. But if I'm not, generally I have like some green tea or some black tea, or if I'm feeling like some achy joints and muscles or bones, I'm gonna have like some ginger tea or some ginger and lemon tea. Of course, I'll put the turmeric in there. If it's not ginger tea, I'll put ginger in there. I'll put the black seed oil in there. I'll also put the vitamin D3 in there.
Hey, tell them why ginger in your tea. Because you know what, I never really thought about it on the properties that ginger give you in your tea. But go ahead, let
Oh,
them know about
it's
that.
such. I mean, ginger and turmeric is such a long list of health benefits with that. So I'm not. I can't go down the list, but I advise everybody just to Google benefits of ginger, benefits of turmeric, and
Hmm.
eat in your foods, in your tea, and everything. Obviously, the heat from the tea, for instance, the heat is going to help metabolize and generate that. But the ginger itself, it has so many properties that will help the body to heal and recover. and to keep you from getting colds. I mean, those are the main things that I'm going to just touch on. Like I said, there's so many other things that is beneficial when it comes to ginger, but it also helps to attack your fat cells. So
I know one of the main things is inflammation.
and inflammation, yes,
That is the
no
main
workout.
reason. When I had a neck injury, uh, my my doctor, uh, he was into herbs and stuff, and he said, you know, if you don't really like ibuprofen because it maybe it's hard on your stomach, ginger will help you um, almost as good. Not as great, but it's more natural. So it takes a
Well,
little
it's
longer.
it's natural, which would definitely help, and turmeric too for that case too. So and you're going to hear my breakdown of everything the things that I use, and in doing that, basically, I use the things that are more natural to the body. The main reason why I do that is because the more natural it is, and you're like things that naturally produce in the body, your body's going to be able to digest and distribute. And I preach that all the time about digest and distribute through the body. The easiest way, the fastest way possible. Because especially with supplements, you want stuff to get there, like A to B. You want it to start working instantly.
Hmm.
And in order for it to start working instantly, you have to have it. It has to be in a certain property. But you wanted things that are naturally recognized by the body.
Right, right, right,
Which
right.
brings me to some of the other supplements I use. So I do use a raspberry ketone, which is a good for attacking your underbelly fat, your visceral fat. I do
Okay.
use vitamin E, which I just talked about the reasons for that, some of the reasons, and why I use it because it's not one of those that you get on a regular basis. Um, I don't use it much because I use the other things. But another thing you talked about, inflammation in your joints,
Hmm.
glucosamine is really
Yes.
good. Is a really good supplement, and
Fish oil.
fish oil. You can use fish oil, or if you don't want to use fish oil, I do use a fish oil. Or if you just want to use coconut oil, and you can put that in your tea or your coffee, a little shot of that, it'll help
Hmm.
with that as well. Um, another the one I do use what's it called? Like I use, I say vitamin D3. I already mentioned that. Those are pretty much my supplements. They do have some different ones that are good for. I don't recommend. I don't like multivitamins for this reason alone. The multivitamins, they give you a lot of a little, and a
Hmm.
lot of times they give you stuff. They give you some of the ones that you get enough of already, and then if you just get more than what you need of of your nutrients, your macros, I mean, your
Hmm.
vitamins and minerals,
Right.
it just like they say, it becomes expensive urine because
Hmm.
you're just going to just going to it's going to pour out. And
Right, right.
so I recommend, and depending on how deep you want to go, if you want to go get tested to see where your levels are, we did that back in college, and I thought that was really good because it gave you a scale of like, okay, I'm deficient in these, or I'm at the levels on these, or I'm have more than enough of these. So those that I'm
Hmm.
deficient on, let me go ahead and get supplements for that.
Right, right.
As far as pre workouts, I make my own pre workout. I like to use myself because I like to use the creatine. That's just my personal thing, and it's not the concentrate. It's the
Mono.
monosaccharate.
Yep.
I put in some raspberry ketones,
Mm.
which you know is good for again attacking your body fat and underbelly, your visceral, your deep fat,
Okay.
not your visceral surface fat. I put a little bit of pink Himalayan salt for that sodium intake because when you work out, you sweat and you do deplete some of your sodium. So that's a little bit, not a lot of that. I also put in some beta alanine,
Hmm.
which is it's just a stimulant. the beta alanine, um, and also the beta carotene. You know, you always hear about that a lot in
Right.
carrots.
Carrots,
Yeah,
good for your eyes.
but the beta carotene, which is also a mineral that a lot of people are deficient on.
Hmm.
You get that vitamin K in there. Um, that's pretty much what I. Oh, and I put green tea. I put green tea bags in there. And
Mm.
again, and so because supplements are pre-workouts, a lot of them people get them for that stimulation, for that pump, for that get the blood flowing, get the adrenaline. So the green tea.
Now, since you brought up green tea, I have a question for you.
Hmm.
A friend of mine, he said green tea is bad for men, especially as you get older, because it starts messing with your manhood.
Oh, I haven't heard of or seen any studies that correlate green tea with lack of what they say, like your testosterone. Is that what they're putting
Yeah,
out? I mean, once you hit 40, your testosterone level's lower. So
yeah.
it's okay to get. I mean, if you want to get like a testosterone supplement booster, not anything too hardcore, because again,
Hmm.
you know you don't want. I mean, unless if you want to get more of the hardcore stuff, definitely go through your doctor for any heavy testosterone boosters. I do get some testosterone supplements from periodically. Because testosterone does help build muscle and
Hmm.
reduce estrogen.
Hmm.
Obviously,
Hmm.
which is estrogen is the muscle blocker, whereas testosterone is the muscle builder.
And just FYI for everybody that's out there, um, from what I understand, men are not supposed to drink soy milk because it it increases your estrogen levels.
Hmm.
So just FYI for the guys out there on that soy. That's why I switched to almond milk. Remember when we were talking about that? If you're lactose intolerant, I only drink almond milk.
Yeah.
I haven't had regular milk in 30 years.
Yeah, I personally drink almond milk myself too. Soy milk, yeah, there are studies that show that it does raise estrogen, and say men shouldn't use it. There's some that say it's okay. It's kind of a personal preference. If that's all you can drink, I mean that's up to
You
you.
gotta
But
do what you gotta do.
but there
Yeah.
are definitely I've seen studies one that say that yeah, because it does raise estrogen. Of course, that is studied data. But it can it can affect that with men, which obviously, if you're trying to build muscle, that can be an issue.
Right.
Um, all my supplements, his supplements, this is how I break down supplements and what I recommend. Liquid should be your first option. The stuff that's in liquid form. So even it's like liquid form and or like gel tabs because it's gel.
Joe. Yeah.
And then powders are second, like powders, like capsules.
Hmm.
Tablets should be, um, from my personal opinion, from my studies, should be your last resort. And here's the reason why. Again, your body naturally distributes and I mean digests and distributes what is natural to the body. And how does the food, how do your nutrients, how do your macros and micros, how do supplements get through your body? Through your bloodstream, which is oxidated. So through
Hmm.
oxygen and bloodstream.
Right.
So look at these factors. How's your body going to accept liquid?
Hmm.
Pretty easy. It's gonna be immediate. Just digest it,
Right.
right? Powders are going to be close to that too, because a lot of that, especially when you mix it in with the liquid blood, which is obviously made of liquid and water, which we're mostly made of, it's going to help to break down and it's going to distribute. Tablets are not naturally recognized by the body because they're tablets.
Hmm.
So now your body has to work a little bit to digest that and break down. Then also, of course, supplements are not FDA regulated and approved. So you have to look at some of the properties and things in these supplements. Again,
Right.
I like if I don't understand what it says or what that what's the ingredient is in the supplement, I look it up. And if it
Right,
has
right,
too many of those words that are like long-winded and you can't really understand them, I tend to stay away from them personally.
right, right, right.
Because because the more it's cut, the more it's diluted, the less natural it is. It's the same thing as when you talk about processed foods. The more processed it is,
Hmm.
the least recognizable it is to the body, and the least recognizable it's going to be able to digest and distribute to bring the most benefit out of it.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Um,
Well,
Post workout protein shakes, which obviously everyone wants to talk about. So protein shakes is another one, and I personally, if it has any amount anything more than 2-3 grams of sugar,
hmm.
I don't want it.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
because most and there's so many out there that have 0 grams of sugar. Because if I wanted something sweet like that, then you go get something sweet. The whole point of the protein powder, most people use them, is post workout. Because again, just like I just brought down to you, it's one of the fastest digestible things that you can ingest once you work out
So
to get
wait,
recovery.
you're not gaining weight with those protein shakes?
Again, it depends on which one you get. So that's why I'm breaking it down. So
Right.
if you have a whey protein, which whey isolate, which basically means it's more accept digestible, as
Hmm.
whereas a concentrate is more of um, it's more of a slow. You think of the hourglass; it's more of a seeping.
So
A
do
lot
you
of people
want
don't use
concentrate?
those anymore.
Okay.
Don't not concentrate. Um, I'm thinking of the wrong supplement. It's I mean not concentrate, but that has the care. Oh my god, I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen it because I don't. They don't speak about it as much as they used to. I know it starts with a C. The oh gosh, I'm blanking. Oh my gosh. Um,
Ketamine? Not ketamine. Is it ketamine?
no, it's close though.
I don't even know if what is ketamine.
I don't even know what ketamine is. Um,
Okay.
but you got the isolate, of course, which is
Right.
more digestible. Oh my god, it's gonna kill me now. I'm gonna be beating myself up for not knowing it. Cartogen or cartoline or I can't whatever it is. Casein. There we go.
Casein.
I knew I said I was gonna beat myself up. My type A was kicking in.
Type
Casein.
A.
You don't hear much about it no more
Welcome to
because
my world.
it's a lot of people as far as breakdown when people make it, it's clumpy and clunky. A lot of people don't like that, but it's more
Hmm.
of a slower digesting. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, drink that before you go to bed." But when you look at the studies of fat burning, you don't want stuff to be constantly. You don't want your food to be our macros to be constantly trying to seep into your body to digest. You want your
Hmm.
body to be rested, and you want your body fat to be digested and just
Hmm.
and burning. So
Right.
now, if you're having again, like we talk about with food, if you're having a food or a supplement or something that's still working in your body just to digest, just you're basically you're not using your fat as fuel while rebuilding to rebuild your body while you rest.
Hmm.
So I recommend isolates, which again is faster digested in the body. So if you're looking to get a protein shake for weight gain, then yeah, you want to find something that may have some carbs in there. They make some that have like oatmeal, or they have
We lost you for a second.
okay, I see it. Yeah, so some that may have oats in there
Hmm.
and things like that. But if you're trying to gain weight, obviously it's okay to have something a protein shake that has 20-30 grams of carbs,
Hmm.
but you typically want to have 20 to 25 grams of protein in your whey isolate. They have some that have like 40, 50 grams.
Hmm.
You don't need that much. I mean, if you do 20 to 30 grams of carbs in the protein shake serving, that's fine. That is more than enough for most people, unless you're
Okay.
maybe like one of those strong, world's strongest man people, the big old 300 pounds, 280, 70 pound cats.
Man, them guys eating 2 dozen eggs for breakfast.
Well, they're eating like 10, 12,000 calories, 15,000 calories a day. So that's a whole different stratosphere. But for the common person, and even like the common general athlete, you're not doing that. So you don't need 40, 50 grams of protein in a shake.
Okay.
Um, Again, sugars want to be low. So if you're trying to this for lean digestion, then obviously yeah, carbs you want maybe a handful at max. But then again, also we talked about there's different ways to build that up. You can also get more carbs by using the almond milk or making a smoothie and putting a banana or frozen fruits in there. Or if it's a morning time, or even if it's evening time, obviously it doesn't have to be morning, but like making an oatmeal smoothie. And it's
Mm-hmm.
actually good. I was kind of skeptical on making an oatmeal smoothie
Mm-hmm.
because like oatmeal smoothie, like but actually, and if you with the right mix, it tastes just fine.
Okay.
I recommend the instant oats because it's easier and they're smaller grains.
Mm-hmm.
But those are typically the supplements I use. Again, I don't go too crazy with them. I keep it simple and I try to get stuff that's natural that your body naturally produces.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything against nitric oxide. I just don't I just don't use it myself right now. So I'll give you a quick difference on the two. So nitric oxide is creatine is supposed to increase blood flow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nitric oxide is supposed to enlarge your blood vessels so that you
Mm-hmm.
can get more through. So they both, in a way, increase blood flow, and that's why they're stimulants. They just do it in a different way. Where nitric oxide, the bigger difference is it like opens up like it enlarges your blood vessels
Right.
so that you get obviously a larger amount of blood, whereas creatine kind of just increases blood flow naturally. But the good thing about creatine is also, which is in red meat, is that it helps the body to recover as well and build muscle.
Um, Fun fact about creatine, um, because I think I mentioned in a different episode that I went through a concussion. And my doctor kept telling me, make sure you take your creatine because there's something in creatine that helps your brain to recover from a concussion. So, fun fact.
And I believe I would have to double my research on it. I believe it because it makes you mentally more cognitive.
Well, what it is you know how creatine makes you retain water more, get you more wet, right? Give you that wet look. Your brain is surrounded by fluid, so the creatine helps to keep moisture in your body better, as far as not letting you dehydrate out, if that makes sense.
So I would say then, which one are you using? Because they have the mono and they have the concentrate. One of them does help. One of them does cause some water retention or can. The other one does not.
Hmm. I'm not sure. I know it's the pills one.
Yeah. So there's two, and so there's two different. The creatine has they have the mono. I believe it's the mono that typically doesn't use the bloating.
Yeah.
That cause the bloating, whereas the concentrate does.
Right, right, right. The pill form, they say it doesn't give you the bloating feeling.
Okay.
That's why I went with the pills.
Yeah. So if you look at it, it probably is going to say monosaturated.
Probably. It's been a little
Um,
bit since I've taken it.
but But yeah, I mean, creatine does have other benefits, and your body naturally produces creatine, just like it naturally produces nitric oxide, also,
Right, right, right.
just like it naturally produces testosterone, which we talked about before. But all of those are things that are produced in the body,
Hmm.
which I mentioned. That's what I said. Those are the only things I take. I don't take. I don't. We got to hit on this because we have to because I know so many people talk about it and so many people ask me about it. Fat burners. I
Hmm.
don't take fat burners. I don't personally believe that they help. I don't take fat burners. Um, the only fat burners I take again would be like the L-carnitine, because
Mm-hmm.
that does take attack your basically your deep fat, your belly fat. It doesn't attack the surface fat.
You know, um, I don't understand why people want to depend on the diet pills, because the problem with the diet pills is you haven't put your brain and your body into the right mind frame to stay with the weight loss, because you've had it artificially taken from you. And in some cases, you return twice as hard because you it, it made you a little bit more complicit. So what I tell people is, at least in my opinion, is hard work and dedication is going to get you where you need to be, slow and steady. You know, um, mind frame. If you're not in the correct mind state for anything, you're not going to achieve what you're trying to do. If you're not in the correct mind state to eat, in the correct mind state to be in a relationship, correct mind state to drive. Because look, have a few drinks, get behind the wheel, catch a DUI because you weren't what? In the right mind state. So, mind state, if you're not in the right mind state to want to get physically fit, get in shape, lose weight, whatever your mind state is that you try to achieve, if you're not trying to get to it or be in that proper mind state, all those little uh, get thin fast tricks are temporary, and when it comes back, especially, it might not come back right away, but when it does, it's going to come back with the vengeance.
I mean, I do understand what you're saying, and I mean, and I don't encourage any of that either. I agree with you, but at the same token, as being a professional and just, I mean, all you can do is watch TV for an hour. We are in the microwave society.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people are asked about fat burners. That's why people ask about, um, oh, which protein powder helps you to lose weight, helps you to
Mm-hmm.
burn fat. That's why these surgeons are riding around in Lamborghinis and got $1 million homes.
Yep.
That's why people are flying to the Dominican Republic and the Mexico and all these different places to get tummy tucks, lipo, and all these other. That's why this is so. I mean, all you do is go on Instagram and scroll down and scroll through stuff or TikTok, and you see this. It is a huge battle that we are in, and we talked about it a little before about wanting that instant gratification and doing things the quick and fast way. And like
Mm-hmm.
you said, yes, don't you don't get to the struggle, you don't get to appreciate the struggle, and you don't create a testimony,
Mm-hmm.
which is a test your story that is a test. That's what
Right.
testimony is. So but people are so hungry. They're like, oh, I've done this, I've done that, I've tried before,
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reasons, whether not having the right applications or really not dedicating yourself. Like there's I just saw recently, so one of my clients sent me a little video. There was a guy sitting on the couch texting his trainer saying, I don't get it, I don't know why I'm not losing this stomach. And then he threw the phone down, he was frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And then it shows him a picture at like 1 in the morning getting food out of the refrigerator.
Sounds like me.
And then he looked at the camera and like grabbed his stomach.
Mm.
I mean, we are in that, we are in that world, and especially now that people are more sedentary and working from home and just not as active in general, it's more of a challenge. People are stressed, and which obviously helps raises cortisol, which helps maintain fat and burn and reduces the ability to build muscle. All
Mm-hmm.
these factors that come in, so people are just like, oh my god, and they look at the video of these Instagram influencers and Facebook and all these social sites, and looking at Kardashians, looking at all these rappers and all these people that have all these prosthetics,
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I just want to do that and just get it over with. I'm tired and I'm frustrated. So I understand about looking for that magic pill. And I've been asked that thousands and thousands of times over the years. Again, I don't encourage that because you like you said, like Biggest Loser. If people research the statistics of those that was that a year later where they were, it's 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 a crazy. It's over. It's almost. I can't think of the number off, say, because I don't want to say, but it's more than three-quarters of the people end up falling off and going and reverting back to where they were,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not that the show and even the application of the show is not sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
If you take me to a resort and you prep all my meals and you have me work out for 8-10 hours in a day, yeah, I'm gonna make some results. Of course I am. I'm not I'm not I'm not drinking any alcohol. I'm not doing any drugs. I'm not partying all night. I'm
Mm-hmm.
on it just I'm just there. A B C. My day is robotic, and I have nothing else to do but eat, train, and sleep. Yeah,
Right.
you do that to me, I'm gonna become in great shape.
Right.
But whose reality is that?
Right.
When they go home, who's going to be there to hold them accountable? Who's going to maintain that?
Right.
Because we talked about it. I think it was the last show, the show before. Who are those Fab Five in your circle?
Mm-hmm. You're the average of your five around you. Remember that.
Those people are the biggest loser people, and those people are not in your most of the people that are in that position circle, because if they were, they probably wouldn't be that far in that position.
Right.
So you have to take everything and look at that. And the best way is to go through the journey and to build that up by doing the proper nutrition, proper supplements, proper diet, or not diet, proper lifestyle plan, proper training program, and getting the good rest and reducing your stress and increasing your activities
Right. Right.
week by week,
Right on.
365.
Well, any parting words you want to give our shit talking Sunday fans? Last minute fitness tip, or because this is probably the last show or the last fitness tip of 2021. From AG the Dad, Vince the Beast, I want to personally hope that you have a very uh, happy new year. May your blessings be even more blessed than you had for 21, and may 22 be for you. I'm a poet and didn't know it. AG the Dad, aren't you glad?
Yes, I received that, and likewise, good health and wealth, growth and prosperity in your world, blessings above and beyond, overflowing for you, and everybody that's listening, everybody out there. So, for me, I'm going to go for a hike in the morning. So I'm going to be hiking in some mountains and doing some activities, and yeah, I'm going to bring in the new year and be grateful in that to make it through 2021 and look forward to more amazing podcasts with AG the Dad and
Right.
reaching out to those people. But the only way they're going to know about that is if they like, subscribe, and share with people. So get on it and get after it.
Right, right. The number you see down there is the number to reach uh, Vince the Beast. He will get you started for your 2022, at least get you pointed in the right direction. Vince the Beast from AG the Dad and all the shit talking Sundays family and fans. I want to say thank you for all the treats and gifts that you've given us for the 21, looking very forward to the 22. Uh, so peace and blessings to you, my brother.
Likewise. Thank you, sir.
All right. Hey, everybody. So, man, once again, we got a really good jewel from the one and only Vince the Beast with Fitness Major. Um, man, man, he never fails to make me see something in a different light. Remember, I tell you always try to think outside the box with anything and everything you do. Because just like lifting weights, sometimes if you shock your system a little bit by changing what you do a little bit, you you'll see changes and gains because of that, because your body gets used to a repetitive things. Remember, that's one of the things that Vince the Beast said to us back in the in previous episodes. Like he said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go over to Vince the Beast's Facebook page, check him out. You can always email me at agthedad at shittalkingsundays.com, and I will relay any messages to him that you want. And remember, in the words of Vince the Beast, change begins with you. And I'm AG the Dad, and this is Shit Talking Sundays, and every day is Shit Talking Sundays. I'm out. Peace.